This is a participatory art project that gets people to engage at a really personal level with all those who lost their lives by writing their names and the details that we have about their deaths. It was open to essentially anyone in the Edmonton area who wanted to participate. I had taught a book called The Land of Open Graves in my modern Latin American history course about the migration policy called Prevention Through Deterrence and how essentially migrants are funneled across the US-Mexico border into what the border police themselves referred to as the most hostile terrains of the US-Mexico border. But the deadliest is the Sonora Desert. And so the project Hostile Terrain looks at the Sonora Desert. Since 1994, about 6 million people have crossed there, but over 3,000 have died. And they overwhelmingly die of exposure, hyperthermia, which would be heat exhaustion and dehydration. Overwhelmingly, these folks would have been coming from Honduras, El Salvador, Guatemala, places that have just, for the past 20, 25 years, been gripped by really incredible rates of poverty, but also really extreme violence. And so I mailed participants a list of 10 names, basically a spreadsheet with the names and the information, as well as the physical tags. And then we would take time to fill in those tags during the workshop and then come back and talk about what it means to represent people in this way. Information on those tags is really difficult information, and so I tried to tell people that was any reaction, emotional reaction was okay. But a lot of participants spoke about how powerful it was, rather than just reading or having numbers, to actually think about these individuals, to actually slow down and take the time to read and to write those names out. Was just like this profound act of remembrance and bearing witness to what happened. I will take a selection of the tags, essentially those that have messages written on them, the one that has the amazing artwork written on them, and I will send those tags back to the project organizer, and they will do a permanent exhibit with tags from it ended up being 130 worldwide exhibits.